So Sergio Aguero is currently Man City's record goal scorer. Fair play to him, considering most of the Premier League's record goal scorers are all retired and waffling away on your TV screens every weekend. So let's take a look at the players who scored the most goals for each Premier League team and who are currently still playing. Arsenal, Robin van Persie. Arsenal fans may have been trying their hardest to forget that Robin van Persie and his dodgy hamstrings ever existed, having been burnt by his betrayal in the summer of 2012, but it was probably due to the fact that he was such a good player for them when fit. Think anyone would have batted an eyelid if Nicholas Bentner had deflected to Old Trafford? Thierry Henry is the clear god of Highbury with 226 goals, but of all the players still kicking, the Fenerbahce centre forward tops the list with 132. Bournemouth, Brett Pitman. I think this just shows how far Bournemouth progressed in such a short space of time that their record goal scorer, still playing, is currently stuck in the third tier of English football at 29 years of age. Portsmouth's Brett Pitman took in 2 spells at Bournemouth, spanning 8 years in total, playing in 3 different divisions and putting away 102 goals in 301 games. Brighton, Glenn Murray. I know what you're thinking, Glenn Murray only signed for Chris Hughton's side last season at the age of 33. Is there nobody on God's green earth that was able to score a few goals for them? Well, actually it wasn't his first time as a Brighton player. He'd enjoyed a 3-year spell from 2008 to 2011, bagging 56 goals in League 1 and has netted 25 since returning. Burnley, Sam Vokes. When Burnley took Sam Vokes on loan during the 11-12 season and saw a return of 2 goals in 9 games, you wouldn't have blamed them for spitting him back out and demanding a refund for the loan fee. But no, they forked out some money for his permanent signature that summer. It was 350 grand, let's not get carried away. Neymar earns more than that in a week. And he's repaid them with 58 strikes, although his return of forward in his first 50 games would have worried many. Chelsea, Didier Drogba. Yep, Didier Drogba is still hanging in there, raking in the cash at Phoenix Rising as he inches towards 40. Honestly, that man is going to end up with arthritis if he keeps going for much longer, considering how he plays football. Chelsea's Champions League winner is 164 Blues goals to his name. Not bad for a lad who spent his first 3 years desperately looking for the exit door. Crystal Palace. Clinton Morrison. Like everyone else, you probably thought Clinton Morrison's career had made like Arsenal's title challenge and disappeared some time ago. No, he's still plugging away for Northern Premier League side Mickleover Sports, which just sounds like somewhere in West Cork where you buy a pair of boots and a jersey. Morrison enjoyed 2 spells with Crystal Palace, netting 112 goals, but yeah, he's qualifying for this list by the skin of his teeth. I feel like his career is going to be taken off life support any minute now. Everton, Romelu Lukaku. Everton might have Manchester United's record goal scorer on their books, but the Red Devils currently employ the only man not retired who scored the most goals for the Toffees. He only needed 4 seasons at Goodison Park, but weighed in with 70 strikes. Huddersfield, Jordan Rhodes. You could have been forgiven for thinking Jordan Rhodes had given up on football and taken up a career at his local petrol station or something. He's been pretty non-existent at Sheffield Wednesday lately and Middlesbrough before them. Long gone are the days when he was the Football League's hottest prospect, having netted 87 goals for Huddersfield, including a 40-goal season in League 1. Leicester City, Jamie Vardy. When Jamie Vardy first moved to Leicester City from the conference 5 years ago, he struggled, scoring 5 goals all season, turning up to training drunk and harbouring aspirations of chucking it all in to become a party rep in Ibiza. Seriously. Since then he's netted 72 goals, scored in 11 consecutive top-flight games, won the Premier League and became a full England international. Just goes to show what can happen when you put down the bottle of blue wicket for a second. Liverpool, Luis Suarez. It goes to show what a lethal finisher Luis Suarez is, that at his last 3 clubs he scored enough goals to put himself in and around the all-time goal scoring charts. Liverpool fans were still crying into their pillows at Fernando Torres' deflection to Chelsea when the Uruguayan rocked up at Anfield in January 2011. He quickly made the Spaniard look like a 3-legged goat by comparison, battering home 82 goals in 133 games. Man United, Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney might currently be playing like a man who needs to pack it all in, but he's still going. Let's give the man some respect though. He's Manchester United's record goal scorer outright with 253 goals. Say what you want, this man has had an outstanding career. Man City, Sergio Aguero. Again, like Rooney, Sergio Aguero is his club's out-and-out record goal scorer, but is the only man in this list capable of adding to his tally. 178 goals so far, he's probably going to extend that well past 200, and I think I can guess what his favourite strike was. Newcastle, Shola Miobi. The words Shola Miobi has been longing to hear since the day he stepped foot on Tyneside as a young boy. You are Newcastle United's record goal scorer. Well, not really, but you've outlasted the rest of them on the playing front, even if warming the bench at Notts County in League 2 is a far cry from torturing Sunderland supporters on an annual basis, although it looks like his brother has picked up the mantle, and let's be fair, the way the Black Cats are going, he might have another crack at them yet. For a player often so maligned on Tyneside, Amiobi, or Calcourt as Sir Bobby used to call him, netted 79 in 397 games, spanning 14 seasons and featuring just 1 double-digit campaign in the Championship. Southampton, Adam Lallana. By the law of averages, it was always going to be a fella currently playing at Anfield, wasn't it? You'd swear the Liverpool scouts have season tickets down south. Southampton fans will probably spit on Adam Lallana's grave, bit harsh, after the way he left, but he was a fine player for them. netting 60 goals across 8 seasons and 3 divisions. Stoke City, Jonathan Walters. Mr. Consistent, John Walters spent 7 seasons at Stoke City. He repaid them with 62 goals in 271 games. Swansea City, Lee Trundle. This is a bit like that ex-girlfriend you don't want any of your friends to know existed. Swansea City are now in a position where they can attract exciting young prospects from Chelsea and Bayern Munich, but there was a time when their star man looked like a postman who spends every weekend stuck in the queue for Subway. Lee Trundle, now 41 years old and on the books of Llanelli Town, netted 103 goals for them, mostly in Leagues 1 and 2. Tottenham, Jermaine Defoe. For a man who spent much of his Spurs career on the bench, even leaving the club twice due to that fact, Jermaine Defoe chipped in with a remarkable number of goals at White Hart Lane. A man who arguably should have started more games, he scored 143 goals across 2 spells. Watford, Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney may have hit the headlines recently, first for pretty much claiming that Arsenal possessed the mental fragility of small children, before trying to use Joe Allen's face as a bowling ball. He's Watford's current playing record goal scorer though, 106 strikes since 2010. West Brom, Chris Brunt. Chris Brunt spends half the time playing as a left back, so it seems a bit odd to see this man here. Signed in 2007 though, 46 goals speaks for itself, even if he hasn't scored more than 4 in a season since 2010. Considering Saido Berahino scored 20 in one season alone, he should really be here if he just kept his head together. West Ham, Carlton Cole. Apparently Carlton Cole is still playing. I know, it's a surprise to me too. I only realised due to him popping up the other day and putting in a job application at Crystal Palace. I can only imagine it was to become a steward, considering he scored a grand total of 2 goals since 2014. The former Pership Bandung striker, still only 34 believe it or not, managed to last 9 years at West Ham, but blew as hot as he did cold. At times he found himself linked to Liverpool, at others he found himself being compared to the corner flag in terms of effectiveness.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.